Oh my gosh. Okay, so I decided to do a thing, and I have been wanting to do this for the longest time. However, one of the things about being in this industry and having mentorships and seeing people who are quote unquote more successful than you and seeing what they have to say, I think I've been discouraged more times than what I think is necessary from actually starting a membership for people who are wanting to utilize YouTube within their business and being able to share more of the in depth of the process, creating videos, all of the things. Although I'm sure that there are plenty of people in the audience that I already have that would really be interested in me creating something like this. What's typically happened is if you don't have a big enough audience, don't start a membership. And so, what does that even mean? Do you have to have just a big audience in general? What if you have a smaller, more engaged audience, right? And so, this is where I said in one of my previous videos where the question is, according to whom? So, I'm just like, listen, it is Saturday morning. It is 10:15 in the morning, okay? And I'm going to see how far I can get with actually creating this membership. I got the confirmation yesterday. And for me, God speaks in threes. So yesterday, two people on Threads said that if I started a membership like this, they'd join. Okay, I take that into account. And then right before going to bed last night, someone reached out to me and wanted to know if they could pay me to ask me some questions about YouTube. And I'm just like, yeah, but I would just rather this person join the membership. They would get so much more value out of being in the membership community than just asking me some questions. So I'm bringing you along for the journey, and we're going to see if we can have this membership set up and launched by the end of the day. Okay, so let me show you just like how simple this really is and go high level. If you've never seen the back end of this, like it can look really intimidating. I promise you it's not. Even though I will say when I first got back here as someone that loves like the tech and the software and all those things, I was like, there's a lot of things to click on. There are a lot of things to click on. But once you start to just take it step by step by step, it's like, okay, simple. So what I'm actually going to do, because I believe in templating things, right? To make things easier. So we're going to actually create the funnel flow for people to come into and enroll into what we're going to call the magnetic visibility circle premium. Okay, this is going to be the premium level. It's just, child, listen, I said we're doing simple. Okay, again, all of this shit can change in the future. For right now, since we're doing the freemium model and the community is called Magnetic Visibility Circle, we're just going to have the premium level. So to make this as simple as freaking possible for me, I absolutely love this. So for my funnel steps, we're going to come in and then we're going to do MVC. Oop. Premium sales page. And so from there, I'm going to actually just use an existing page that I already have. So the same one essentially for YouTube by design. I'm just going to import that over. And then we're going to do this for the other steps. So then after they enroll, the next thing would be the thank you page. So I'm just going to say, I'll just say thanks. Yay, thanks. Oh my gosh, I messed up. That is not true. That is not the next step. The last page would be the last page is the thank you page. So the good thing is, that's fine. We can always rearrange the steps. So I'll just pull in from there the thank you page. We're going to import that. And then we'll pull in. So what actually comes next is the checkout page. So they'll click on the button on the sales page, and then they'll be taken to the checkout page. So let's pull this in, checkout, and then let's rearrange that. Simple, right? So I really like working backwards, especially when it comes to like all the technical stuff. It just helps me in the long run. So if I start here at the thank you page and we look at that, so essentially very simple. I have created a templated way of onboarding, and so instead of this saying like welcome to YouTube by Design, I'll change this to say welcome to welcome to Mag. Okay, and then watch the video below for next steps. What I will have there, let me save it, is it's literally a video of me then showing like, okay, check your email. This is what you should be looking out for. This is what you should be getting. And again, this is a templated process. So now essentially this is done. So we'll save that. We'll go back. For the premium checkout, that's then when we want to come in here and then we want to make sure that we have the correct products added. So I'm going to see if the offer for, okay, here we go, MVC premium for the price, product name, save, and then yep, it pulls it up. So $20 reoccurring. We got come back to the overview. The checkout page is like really simple. Don't want to overcomplicate this step because again, confused people don't buy. It's just where should we send your access? Let us know. Check out. Boom, boom. We're good to go. So now the checkout page is good to go. You see how quickly like we're kind of just running through this? So then the only thing that I will need to then do is modify the actual sales page itself. And I like this flow because it's templated. So here we'll put premium. I will figure out what I want to put here, and then we'll have a video here, we'll have an excerpt here, and we'll have the button here. And the reason why we're doing this flow is because if we look at it from mobile, essentially, well, at least it's not doing it on this page, but on our phones, I check this down to right here is all above the fold on someone's mobile device. Okay, and that matters. Everything that you essentially need to know is like we'll have our VSL, a little excerpt, you know what it is, and then if then you can go straight to the checkout. For those that want more information, then we have more information. The price is going to be low. Matter of fact, let me change the price now. $20 per month Is that how you abbreviate month? There we go, right? And then another button to take them to the checkout page. So we're going to save that for now. And then what I'll be able to do is just, I'm going to go into the actual community, and then I'm just going to make sure things kind of like look good, and we'll be back. Okay, so first we need to go through like the planning phase and just really thinking about what what am I envisioning, right? And so I don't want this to be again like the traditional info model. I'm going to go with the role model phase. So essentially, what that means is instead of just being like, okay, here's some lessons for you to go through, work through it, we're going to have, you know, a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly like Q&A, da 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 da. It's more like creating a space that grows with me because I'm going to be continuing to learn. And from that space, I'm then able to share the depth of what it is that I'm learning. Now, I already plan on doing some of that on my channel, but and having a community in a community space where I can really like teach the depth of what it is that I'm learning or showcase, you know, how I'm doing the things. For example, in the creation of this type of video, you know, being able to maybe show like, okay, here's how I did it, here's how I set things up, here's how I storyboarded, or whatever the case may be, just going into more depth, having a community space for that. The other thing is, as a reflector in human design, I am designed to be the center of community, but not in a hierarchical I'm not supposed to be at top. I'm not supposed to be at the top and like everybody else is like below me. Like that's not how that structure works. Being the center of community is essentially having the space, having the community, and then me kind of being immersed in it and being like the temperature taker. I'm paying attention. I'm tapping into the energy. I'm seeing what the people are saying and various things like that. And from there, I'm able to help problem solve, create resources, tools, whatever to help people, but not necessarily like only listen to me, do what I tell you to do, don't do nothing else, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not the fucking vibe, okay? So, because this is going to be more of a grow with me type of space, yes, there will still be trainings, there will still be all the insights that I'm sharing. I also get to alleviate the pressure of having so much stuff, you know, where it's just like, I need to launch with all of these products, right? Like we've seen that, right? Where it's there's so much stuff to go through and people don't know where to start, they don't know what to do. And so my goal in creating this space is not to just bombard people with a bunch of shit to where then they get what is it, analysis paralysis? I don't know if that's the correct wording, but they feel as though like, okay, there's also I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, and then they freeze and then they just like go la 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 somewhere off in internet land somewhere else, and then like they never take the action because that's not the goal. The goal is I want my people to start their channels, to start making the content, to start planning, to take one step at a time, or if they already have a channel and it's like I've posted some stuff here and there, it's not really working, like let me get myself together. So that really helps me in the long run because the goal is not to burn out and having this community. Like I've seen people launch communities, memberships, and they either don't go anywhere because one, they had that hierarchical structure, or two, it doesn't work because they just run out of steam because it was never designed to be like a let's grow with you type of situation. I'm also going to decide to do, and I've sat with this, and this might change in the future because we're going to grow, right? I'm going to continue on with my freemium method, which is free on the front end and paid on the back end. So th- there'll still be the same space, the magnetic visibility circle, where people can still come in for free and still be able to get value and things like that. And then we'll have kind of like that upgrade for the membership. I wanted there to be something really solid, but also really fun and engaging between having someone maybe come in for free and then my magnetic channel method like bigger program, which is 497, right? And we'll have payment plans. I'm considering making a 3 split payment plan to kind of help those that really want to dive in, but they just ain't really got it like that right now to, they want to be able to split up the payments. I'm happy to do that. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. I don't really have an issue with people defaulting on payment plans, and I'm so grateful and so blessed that, like, I don't have these, like, trauma stories of, like, oh, this person didn't pay me, da da da. I've had, like, one person that couldn't pay, and she had to back out for a moment, and that's because she was in, like, a domestic abuse situation. And I'm like, honey, I am the last person you need to be worried about. You get your sons, and you get somewhere safe, okay? I will be here. I will be here in the future, but right now I am not your priority, okay? And I released her from her contract. Oh my gosh, okay. And then we cannot talk about this without talking about the dreaded P word. Oh, you nasty. Of course, I'm talking about pricing. Where do I want to see? Where do I want to price this? How do I want to price this? How do I want to price this? And I feel like that's like always the golden question, right? And in every coaching container I've been in, like, that's just always a question that comes up. What's the best pricing? What are you know what? This journey, I'm going off of my gut. I'm going off of my intuition. I'm going off of God's nudges. And I wanted to do $7 a month, and it wasn't landing because I would say 7 because I know that that's a very easy price for people to jump into. But comma and like I kept seeing the number 20 like in my mind's eye, right? So I see with my eyes open, like that's what I'm seeing, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. So that's what we're going to roll with. I think $20 a month is like a great price to start off with. It could go up in the future. It really could. Like, none of this is set in stone, and I'm saying that for my benefit, and I'm saying it for your benefit if you've ever been there and it's like, listen, you can always change your pricing. Like, the pricing you set today does not have to be the pricing that you have tomorrow. You are always allowed to change your mind. So for now, like, that's just what that's intuitively what keeps coming up. $20, $20, accessibility. Like, I was on Threads yesterday and I was like, genuinely fuck every coach that ever made me feel bad for wanting to have accessible pricing. Um, because that's just where my heart has always been. With the things that I've been through in my life, like those low cost things, thank God. And God bless those people who put out those low ticket things, those low cost things that helped me so, so, so much. I want to be that for other people, right? I want, like this, I want to pay it back the way that it was paid forward to me when I had nothing, when I'm scraping pennies to pay for things. Yes, I want to pay it back. And so this is my way of doing that. I'm going to go ahead and hop on over into my go high level, and I'm just going to go start putting some of this stuff together. I think the hardest part about this will probably be doing the quote unquote like sales page, registration page. But again, that's the kind of thing that can evolve over time. And I am committed to simplicity, just making things as simple as possible. So I probably won't do like a full fledged long sales page, this, and that. Like, not necessary right now. I don't feel like it's necessary right now. And especially at that price point. We might get there in the future, but what's going to be more important is recording the VSL. So there's definitely going to be a VSL. I am big. I'm like, have a VSL for any and everything that you're selling, and I don't give a damn what the price point is. Okay, I'm having an idea. So follow me here. What I'm thinking is, one, I don't want to do traditional like Q&A. You just come ask me questions, da, 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 da. Because again, this is also community based. Now I will have like a Q&A component thing. I'm going to figure out what that looks like. But again, this is not about everything being perfect. But just making sure that we're still providing value right out the gate, but we don't have to give all the things. So I'm thinking that one, I want to have like implementation hour. So I'm looking at my I'm looking at my calendar now. I'm actively I have to remember that I have other things going on. And so I don't want to like overwhelm myself, burn myself out, like make myself sick. And so looking at my calendar, it's like I have calls already kind of planned out. Well, sessions that I'm going to be attending for. It's like a 1 month intensive that I am actively in, and there's like 2 calls a day. And then we're still very early in this 100 videos in 100 days challenge, and I don't want to do anything that's also going to mess that up because we're seeing this through. And so I want to make sure that I don't overload myself. So I think having more of an implementation hour, I want people to come and like implement, not just come ask questions and then get it and then like not do anything. Like come, be prepared to like do some work, brainstorm, like video top, like whatever. Which leads me into the second thing that I'm thinking about, which is inside of the magnetic channel method, I have something called the live launch strategy, right? Now, this is the same strategy that like one of my clients used, did the live launch strategy, made $2,000 during his live launch of his channel, which is so amazing, so dope, right? So proud. And so I think what I want to do, because the live launch strategy inside of the magnetic channel method, it's optional. You don't have to do it. It's not one of those like you have to do this to launch your channel. You could just start posting your videos. So I want to extract that from the bigger program and then provide that as a separate offer within the community that they unlock. So we'll have, they'll get the Brain Magic Mastery podcast, which has like over 8 hours of subconscious reprogramming audios because some people just they're struggling to start their channels because they got things going on in their mind. Like, let me help you with that. Okay, I am certified in NLP, clinical hypnotherapy. Like, let me help you with the brain stuff. Okay, and then they'll get access to YouTube by Design so they can actually use that tool in itself to actually start thinking about their video topics, start planning out their video topics, and then they'll have access to the live launch strategy so that they can go ahead and just kind of start their channel out with a bang. Or if they have like a channel that, you know, again, they tried posting on a little bit here and there, it's not really working, that like they can relaunch their channel in a really powerful way. So I really like that. I think that that's a really great starting point for anybody coming into the community. I think that it gives people what it is that they need, again, without overloading them with too much information and them coming in and not really knowing like where to start or what to do. Come in, work on, you know, the launch of your channel, start planning your video topics, tap into the implementation hour. I might even schedule in a call for like channel reviews for those who already have them. And then I have another idea, but we're not going to get into that right now. We're not going to do that right now. Yeah. I mean, and it's not even just so much about the pricing.
Yeah.
The thing that's always been my hang up in the past is the energetic exchange. I just, it would just kill me inside if people just came and like just didn't do jack shit. Which, when it comes to teaching YouTube, has kind of always been the thing. And that's, so we're bumping up, well, potentially bumping up against the very thing that led me to shut down Video Boss. Where it's like, okay, people are buying the thing, that's great, thank you, but like, I want to see you creating your videos. I want to help you. Like, I want to see you making money on YouTube and
Yeah.
all the things. And so I don't want this to turn into that. And I know that that's like a mindset thing. And I know that part of that is also like I can't control what other people do or don't do. And that all that I can do is like show up, um, and just give my best. So, I mean,
That's really all you can do, and I think that it's, in the messaging, that's good. Like, tell them, like, hey, it really, like, I really want people to do things. I really want people to be active, and like, the last thing I want is people just join you. They're not going to do anything. But at the same time, we accept kind of on the back end that like, there's always going to be a percentage of people that aren't as active as we would have liked.
yeah.
I mean, there's even people spend thousands and thousands of dollars on programs and don't do anything. So like, if that's happening, then obviously there's going to be people spending $7 and not doing anything. It's more of a percentage.
Well, and I think also there's kind of the perception of like, or at least what I can see versus like what they might be doing that I can't see.
That's true.
So, for example, this membership that I'm in, that I'm paying $8 a month for, like, I'm using this stuff. I've used this stuff a lot. I've rarely
Yeah.
shown up in the community.
Right.
And that might change, right? Because, you want to be the person that you want to call in. And so, I mean, there is that piece to also like keep in mind. At the end of the day, I just have to be willing to test and try. Like, this could be a total fucking flop and I've flop hard in front of everybody, or this could be like a total fucking success and is like finally like here's the thing that like works. Like, I want this to be the place where like when people are talking about like getting started with YouTube and being able to make money with it and support and like all the things, and like I want people saying you need to join Quiana's like thing. You need to join in Quiana's thing, like point blank period. Um
I think it's not going to be a flop. I think that when people see it as a really high value delivery, I think people will join. Because we've seen
yeah.
that kind of successes before, in places, and so I think that there's a real good shot at that. I mean, yeah, I feel like that can work. It's just really looking at it as like more of like a something you kind of pursue, and it might take a little while to really break even or be like worth it, But
Yeah.
just keeping that in mind of like you're building something that, like, it's kind of like Amazon. Like it took them like 9 years to like be profitable or whatever.
Update. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. It is literally 4 o'clock. Now I have taken like some breaks here and there, and of course I've been having conversations with my husband. And so really the only thing left for me to do is record the VSL. And I've been actively working on trying to make shorter videos because I can yap. Your girl can yap. Someone told me a long time ago that I have what's called conversational clickbait, which is funny. So I'm gonna attempt to let the VSL be short. Yeah, I'm gonna let that be short. We're gonna put that together. I should be done by like, if we're being honest, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. And then you would have witnessed your girl going from like idea to implementation to putting it out in the world in less than a day. So we need to wrap this up because I also need to edit this video and have that out by the end of the day. So let's do what needs to be done. I did it. 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 And at 4:58 nonetheless. So let me see if I can show you. So you can see we have the page is done. VSL done. Information done. Boom, boom, boom. Become a founding member for $7 a month. We click that. Yes, everything is looking good. Everything is looking good, honey. I'm excited. This was fun. This was fun. This was a learning experience as always. I really hope that you enjoyed like just being able to see me go from ideation to we created the thing. Like once we wrap this up, like I already have people in mind that I'm going to just reach out to let them know about this because I know that they're interested. And then, did you like this style of video? Did you like being able to see more of the behind the scenes? Like, I wasn't expecting to include like the conversation between like me and my husband, but hopefully, like, maybe it helps you feel better. Maybe it helps you think about certain things. Maybe it helps you think about certain behaviors that you have that have kind of led to you not maybe having the results that you want, whatever the case may be. Every video that I create here, I really just want it to be something that you can take something away from, you can learn, you can grow, whether it is something technical and we're doing, tech tutorials or whatever, or we're just having like open conversation, or you're just getting to see like the behind the scenes. This was fun for me. This was fun for me. We'll do this again. We won't do this again, right? We can't do this every day. I'm not doing this every day. But now it's like it's go time, right? Now it's like, okay, like we created the thing, we're gonna go put the thing out. Now it's time to like grow the thing and help the people. And I'm excited. I'm excited about this next chapter. I'm excited about what I like, just whatever I'm wanting to do with this space, like for it to come to fruition, for it to be manifested in this 3D world. Like I'm excited, y'all, and I appreciate you for just being here for the ride and being here for the journey. And so with that being said, my bookie bookie boo, I want you to watch this video next so you can learn all about the Magnetic Visibility Circle Premium, honey. And I look forward to welcoming you into our amazing new community.